Well, or before the 4th of July fireworks, some sparks in this series for the Dodgers. They sweep the White Sox.
It was a lot of fun to watch the ball leave the ballpark, especially for Conforto. When I think about him and his struggles, doing really a great job out there in left field and then having the bat come alive. But the biggest news tonight was Dustin May. The way he threw the ball with great rhythm, filling the strike zone, those 5 perfect innings to start. All of a sudden, we're thinking and getting nervous, like, do we have something special going on here? Hit a little bump in the road after that. Freddie makes a nice play for him. He keeps throwing strikes. It ended with the home run where he walked off frustrated, but he's got to take a lot of good news out of this one.
So the Dodgers stay hot, and they finished a soft portion of their schedule. Now some meat to chew on. The hottest team in baseball over the last month, really, in terms of record, the Houston Astros. They're coming to town. I think Dodger Stadium's going to be ready for it.
I think they'll be ready for it. This has been a great way to kick off the homestand. Last homestand, they were 7-3. This homestand so far, 3-0. So watch out, Houston. They're hot here, too.
They're going to try and celebrate the 4th of July with a win against the Houston Astros. We'll see you again tomorrow on Sportsnet LA.
Freddie, when you just look at the last handful of games, I know you're someone who's been working very hard on the swing recently. Do you feel like you're getting close to where you want to be, though?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been trending a lot better. Even the first game in Kansas City, I didn't get any hits, but I felt a little bit better in that game. And obviously got a few hits in Kansas City that last game I played. So the last few games, the swing is definitely trending in the right direction.
Are you comparing it, trying to get back to the one you had in May, or is now kind of just finding a new space to be?
I mean, the cue that I've been using was the World Series cue, the kind of the step-out cue that I've been doing. It's about the 4th time I've tried this, so 4th time was the charm. But, I just feel a little bit better. And obviously, the backside double today was, obviously very nice to see. And even the 3-2 curveball that I had the home run robbed of, that's usually like a topper foul the last couple months. So obviously better swings.
You've seen everything that Dustin's been through in the last couple of years, from the arms and the esophagus. How nice is it to see another night like this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he has electric stuff, but when you combine electric stuff with that command that he had tonight, that's what he can do. I mean, he was 97-99. The backdoor sliders in, the lefties, cutters in, breaking bats, just the electric stuff tonight.
Michael, we've talked about the leg pick, but just to see the consistency of the results, what is it saying to you just as to where you're at this point right now in the season?
It's a good sign, for sure, being able to get to that fastball and the location it was in, and, obviously, again, coming through with a runner in scoring position is kind of, what we've been working towards, and just being ready in that situation. Part of it's approach, part of it's mechanical, and so we're moving in the right direction for sure.
Dustin was excellent today. Can you just describe what it was like playing defense behind him, making crucial plays, especially as he was kind of navigating through that perfect game?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was perfect until coming into the dugout after the top half of the 5th. He was dominant. He had everything working, and it's about as good as we've seen him. And so he was huge for us to give us that clean, quick in and out off the field. Just get us back in the dugout hitting and doing our thing.
Michael, was this latest adjustment, was it something that just kind of clicked, or was it something that you've had to be patient with?
Something I've had to be patient with for sure. I think we've made some adjustments, along the way during the season. This is kind of the most drastic one that we've made. One common thing was that I was just getting blocked off a little bit, and I was a little bit late. I can't remember when exactly we made the switch, but just opening up my stance and just getting moving a little bit earlier has seemed to do a lot of good things and clean up a lot of the mechanical stuff for me. And like I said, a couple days ago, I think there's still some work to do, but the work's definitely paying off up to this point.
Dustin May, even ahead of this game, you talked about you weren't really sure kind of what you were going to see from him. To go 5 perfect innings, pitching into the 8th inning, just how impressive was he?
He was really good. It was good to see him bounce back from that game in Kansas City. I thought the delivery was fantastic. I thought the pitch execution, getting strike one, very efficient. I thought Dalton did a fantastic job with the fingers, receiving, all that stuff. So the battery today was really good. He was efficient enough. I felt he earned the opportunity to get into the 8th inning, and then, couldn't put Baldwin away, gave up the homer, and I just felt that, that was good for tonight, but really fantastic outing from Dustin. I think so. I hope so. I think Freddie, going line to line tonight, cutter in, pulls it for a double, then a breaking ball that he stayed back and shot it down the line for another double. Really good signs from Freddie. And then Mookie, he was struggling a little bit early, didn't take good swings, a couple pop-ups, but, to get hit the split for a pull-side homer, I think sleep well tonight, and, got a big series against the Astros, which will be fun, and he's got a little bit of momentum.
What do you think about the way that...
the rotation, it's not what you expected it to be this part of the season, injuries and stuff. A game like this from Dustin, how much of a lift does that give you? Do you think maybe not turned the corner, but he got to the corner now and he's starting to figure it out a little bit?
I think he's figuring it out. I think right now, being able to give us length, go deep in games, he's probably been our most, dependable guy in that sense. And given, taking some workload off the pen, as you said, the rotation, kind of stabilizing the rotation has been fantastic. And he just looks comfortable out there managing his emotions. And I feel good every time he takes him out.
What do you think about the expectations that Dustin has for himself, the way that he reacted after giving up that homer? I think that it's like all good, great competitors that they expect essentially perfection, and that's always hard to obtain. So I hope it didn't spoil a very good outing, being able to get in the 8th inning. But, you like those zeros, and you don't want to give up a 2-run homer late. But it was still a fantastic outing. But, yeah, he gets emotional out there. And, he had Baldwin, I think, 0-2 right there and couldn't put him away.
He was really good tonight. He was really good in the season opener as well. With all that he's been through, Dustin, how nice is it to see him have outings like this?
It's great. It's great. And now it doesn't even feel like he missed 18 months or whatever it was. He just feels like he's a guy that just kind of in a rhythm right now, and they're not all going to be great. But again, the dependability, the consistency of innings that he's giving us, and every time he goes out there, we have a chance to win. And there's a lot of value with our club.
Dave, you said last night that Clayton's outing felt like it was a no-hitter, like no-hitter environment. Did you get that sense tonight at all? And then what does that tell you about Dustin's capability?
I thought there were some really nice plays out in the outfield. Freddie made a nice play. Michael made a nice play in left field. And the efficiency of where he was at, so it was plausible, right, as far as the pitches that he had to potentially do it. But, the Baldwin base hit. But, yeah, he was good. I thought that there was swing and miss stuff. There was some hard contact in there, but they were hitting it right at guys. But yeah, I was hoping, I was pulling for him.
What's been different about Michael Conforto the last week?
The difference is he's getting to the fastball, taking better swings, and that's kind of it. I think that he was getting beat by the fastball in the hitting zone, for the first part of the year, and I think right now. He's getting to the fastball much better. So, like the ball today, I think it was fastball or a cutter in and kept it fair for a homer. And, even the last guy, Altavia, hit a ball hard to the second baseman. So I think that he's calibrating, and the swing is a little bit shorter than it was earlier.
Was Teoscar out of the game late for defense?
No, just I felt that he just took his at-bat. His spot shouldn't come around again. It is a way to get Ruiz in there. Certainly enhance the defense, and he made a nice play, off the Vargas ball.
You hear anything about Tyler's rehab start?
I did. It was good. It was good. He got into the 5th inning. I think he, got close to 80 pitches. Had a longer first inning, but the last 4 were really good.
So positive day for Tyler. Really, really good stuff. And I haven't watched the video yet, but from what I heard, really good stuff.
You expecting it to be his last one before?
We'll see. We're gonna circle up, but I'm hopeful.